Hello. You're tuning into another episode of TheWunderkindShow. Today's first topic, Nick Wright is at it again. Look. I know he's feeling himself, right? I want you to know that. Nick Wright, we're going to see some of the worst takes on Baltimore this entire season coming from Nick Wright. And why? It's because he's feeling himself, right? If you don't know, he is the host or the face of First Things First on Fox. And if you don't know, Skip Bayless has left Fox Network. And they're hoping, planning that Nick Wright becomes what Skip was to that organization. Even though I still believe the top talent is still Colin Cowherd, and a very close second would be Nick Wright. And that's what they're hoping on him to fill the void of Undisputed. You understand? Because Undisputed was doing numbers when Shannon and Skip was on there. So he just got a bump in usage. His show is getting a bump in time. Now I believe it's going to be a 2-hour show. So he and his Chiefs done won the Super Bowl again. Oh. You know, with the help of Taylor Swift in the NFL. But neither may it be. 2-time, back-to-back winning, 3-time winning Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. He is on cloud 9. And because you win, you're allowed to be. To the victor goes the spoils. But I'm going to tell you what he had to say about the Ravens for the upcoming season. And some of it is regurgitated. But we're going to listen to it, and we're going to break it down. Because, you know, Nick, he doesn't miss with the bad takes, bro. He really doesn't. So without further ado, let's get this party started.
Number 3. I don't believe that the Ravens are positioned nearly as well as they were last season. They lost 3 offensive linemen in Simpson, Zeitler, and Morgan Moses. On defense, they lost Clowney, Geno Stone, Patrick Queen, 2 defensive backs who were at least in the rotation, Rock Yassin and Ronald Darby. And oh yeah, by the way, they lost defensive mastermind Mike McDonald to go be the head coach in Seattle. They have a first-place schedule, unlike last year. They start the season with 3 of 4 games against playoff opponents. They end the season with 4 of 5 games against playoff opponents. And in the middle, they play 3 of 8 against playoff opponents from last year and 2 games against the Bengals. So for all those reasons, anyone believing that they are going to be able to repeat last year's success where they had a top 3 offense, a top 3 defense, where they looked from up until the kickoff of the AFC title game to be the best team in football, I just don't believe you.
Listen, I love when they give me this type of stuff. Because, boy, if that's how you're going to go, my pivot game is crazy. And you're going to feel it today. Hey, yo, so let me get this straight. So we're not supposed to win. Do y'all understand the narrative? Last year, everything was perfect for us. People were hurt. The Bengals were hurt. The Chiefs were dropping balls. You know what I'm saying? So it was a cakewalk for us. That's the narrative. They fell into last year's good luck bucket. So by all measurements, saying that everyone's going to be healthy this year. AFC is tougher. Bengals are back. Kansas City now has a good passing game, or at least weapons and receivers to go along with their passing game. The Ravens should have nowhere near the success. I've even heard some people picking them not to make the playoffs. See, this is where they kill themselves. Because you already said, he said up until, all year long, up until the AFC Championship game, they look like the best team in football. Why are you lying? Why? It wasn't until the last 4 weeks of the NFL regular season that everyone's like, oh my God, the Baltimore Ravens are there. That's the only time it changed. It didn't go anywhere before that. Why y'all trying to change the narrative? It was after they blew out the 49ers, the team that y'all gave us no shot against. It's after they blew out the Miami Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? That's when they were like, oh, they're the best. We would never listen, never once at the start of last year, even midway through the season, did y'all have us on par with Philly, with the 49ers. Heck, we blew out the Detroit Lions, and a lot of y'all still had them over us. So I'm like, bro, why y'all changing it now? Listen, the Baltimore Ravens have a hard schedule. The entire AFC North has a hard schedule. Go look at what the Steelers are doing. We have an equalizer. Don't you understand? I feel like Robert Downey Jr. went when he goes, we have an army. We have a Hulk. Yo, you remember the first Avengers movie? It's like, I have an army. I have a Hulk. And the reason why that statement resonated with the fans is because after the Hulk jumps up and he goes, "Yo, you vile beast! I am a god, you pleon, you plebe," and then he just takes him by his ankle. Bam, 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 bam. He's like, bam, bam, bam. For all the people that grew up in the 80s, bam, bam, bam. For the Flintstones, bam, bam, and used them as a club. And that man's in the ground like, that's what it's like right now for us. Listen, let me give you a little bit of context. Are there still some parts that worry me on the Ravens? Of course there is. I worry about the offensive line. I worry about the drops from the wide receivers. Because even in camp, like, oh, we're making big plays, but there's still that D word. That D word is the worst, one of the top 3 worst words you want to hear in any NFL situation. I'm just being real with you. And we're consistently hearing it coming out of camp. We consistently heard it in camp with the Kansas City Chiefs last year. So that's where my, of course there's stuff to worry about. That's where my mind goes to. But make no mistake about it, none of these teams are perfect. They have flaws. They have shortcomings. It's if you can figure out how to overcome it, to mitigate it. Then you can find success. And I believe, once again, that the Ravens have the ultimate mitigator, and that is Lamar Jackson. And I don't care what any of you guys say. It is what it is. To me, he's the best player in football. Best player. He's not the most accomplished. But we're talking about just the best player, the most dominant player in the NFL. Yeah. It's not Patrick Mahomes. No. You can say Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback. But when I'm talking about as a player, just strictly a player of the game, it's Lamar Jackson. It's without doubt. As a matter of fact, it's not even close. And to make it worse, Patrick Mahomes plays in a super quarterback-friendly system. A system that he perfectly fits. Just like Christian McCaffrey perfectly fits for the San Francisco 49ers. Or Tyreek perfectly fits in Miami. Lamar is yet to have that. A system that he perfectly fits. They're winging it with him. They haven't even surrounded him with, like, diverse, like, crazy talent. And I can prove it to you because everybody that doubts him say, hey, if he goes to the 49ers, it's over. With those weapons and Lamar, it's over. So they know. Oh, they know. Now, am I poo-pooing on some of the weapons that we have? No, because Isaiah Likely, I think it's him. I think Mark Andrews is still a top 5 tight end in the league. And I believe that Likely will ascend into that realm this year. I also believe in Derrick Henry. and I have a true faith in Zay Flowers. That's all I want to say on that. So he has weapons. But when I'm talking about outside of the numbers, amazing O-line, like there's guys that have had all those things and haven't had success. Lamar is just getting weapons, like real weapons now. He had one soluble weapon. That's it. For the longest time, that was Mark Andrews. And Mark Andrews was hurt every single playoffs. So, you tell me if it makes sense. You tell me if it makes sense. Got me out here tripping. But what do you guys think? Do you think we'll take a step back this year? Do you think we won't make the playoffs this year? Do you think our schedule is too hard for us to have success with this year? Let me know what you think down in the comment section, please. Please, I want to know. You know what I'm saying? Because some of these people don't agree. Watch this man change the narrative midway or to the ending. Oh, the Baltimore Ravens are amazing again. But can they win in the playoffs? That's going to be the changing of the narrative. I'm telling you right now. He's already setting up his moves on the chessboard. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about how you pivot. How you drop step. If you watch basketball, you know what I'm talking about. But like I said, let me know what you think down in the comment section, all right? But as always, that's episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. Y'all know how we get down. We have fun and we laugh. But everything we talk about rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. You know I love the comments. If you haven't done so already, check out The Wunderkind Show's Patreon. Yes, 3 tiers of content, goodness, waiting for your consumption. Give it a look, give it a try. Let me know what you think. And if you'd like to donate to this channel, help out with equipment and such stuff like that, bottom of the screen, QR code. QR codes to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is $, The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But once again, it's The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Rector, signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Huh? Yep.
Finish him, Daddy.